Just going to record on this computer. So, hi everyone. Hi Kelly, thank you. Hi Megan. Hi Karine. Hi Tammy. Hi Nancy. Hi Lisa. I'm so excited. Oh, I have so much good stuff for you today. I know, me too, Connie. So excited. Hi Nicole. Hi Colby. This beautiful sacred space that we're in. So blessed to be here with you all. And let's see, we'll just give everyone maybe 1 or 2 more minutes. Today, oh my gosh, today is the Ascension. Isn't it amazing? So I want to like kind of tell you a little bit of a story. I know there's a lot of new people here who aren't familiar with me, but for those of you who are, you know me and you know what I'm into and you know the spirituality and just the divine everything. So many call me the Queen of Rapid Transformation because I use my gifts and abilities to take women from where they are to where they want to be at quantum speeds. I mean, like fast. I mean, when we started this group, it was only at the end of October, and now we are in, what are we in, May? And it's everybody's lives is completely turned around and shifted. So it's so amazing. Hi, Amanda. I'm glowing different today. I'm channeling a lot too. Like a lot was coming through this morning, you know, I'm just gonna like let it flow and let the divine do its thing so that everyone can receive what it needs to receive. But anyways, one of the most amazing things about today is Katie Mackey. I know there's some of you that don't know who she is. She is a phenomenal medium. She's actually my personal medium. I love her so much. She communicates with my mom all the time. Anyway, she sent me a message, an audio message, maybe like 4 weeks ago before I even had any of this planned. And she said, hi, Janelle. And she said, someone's coming through and they're singing that, you know, Lady Marmalade, right? I don't know. Janelle said, is it my connection or is yours going in and out? I think mine's good. I mean, I have like strong signals. So if it's a problem and it's someone else, let me know. But I think we're good. So anyway, she sent me an audio message and she was like, that Lady Marmalade song is coming on, you know, that Marmalade song. I can't sing. I'm not even going to try because it's just going to mess up. And so she's like, I don't know what that is. You know, if it's Paris or whatever it is. And then she was saying like, oh, and then she says, hey, Joe, want to give it a go? And I said, my mom's name was Joe. And so there's like no way that she could know that because I never told her what my mom's name was. And so she was like, yeah, well, she's talking about Lady Marmalade and, you know, and Joe, right? Like, hey, Joe, want to give it a go? Well, I just kind of dismissed it. I thought it was cool. I'm like, awesome. She's bringing her a song, you know, to tell her that she's around me and she loves me and all of this other amazing stuff, which I know already because I communicate with her as well. And Tammy, mine is going in and out. She said money is going in and out, but I think she meant mine. So anyway, so here we go. And I was walking, I planned this masterclass. I'm like, okay, I really want to teach everyone the laws of attraction and how to use their energy to kind of create more in their lives. And I got the divine download to do it on May 25th. I had no idea what May 25th was. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go with that day. So the other day I was walking by my calendar and I have this calendar that I keep my important dates on that I'm visualizing. And also I put the percentages of the day that I stay in alignment, right? Like, cause you got to keep track of this. You have to really keep track of the days that you stay in alignment. Otherwise you're just all out there and everything. And then you just keep getting on autopilot. Anyways, so I'm walking by and I saw the calendar and first of all, look at the calendar, right? Like the Moulin Rouge marmalade, right? Like what the heck? And then not only that, but look at the day it's this 25th. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's the new moon today. And it also says Ascension. Really? So I have chills everywhere. I know that this is going to be just the most beautiful experience for all of us. We're all going to learn a lot today. I'm going to try to get through all this information as quickly as I possibly can because there is a lot of information and I want to keep this class kind of shorter. I know a lot of times my master classes run about 2 hours. I want to kind of keep it maybe to an hour. And then I also am going to tell you how you can take this information even further at the end of this as well. And I know it's something that all of you and who are in my Facebook group who have been anticipating this day, you know, I get messages every day. Some of you even found the page to purchase the product even before I even announced it. So thank you for all of you for supporting me because I absolutely love it, and it just makes me so happy to be doing this. My purpose, what I came here to do, to enlighten, to use my tragedy, turning it to triumph, and help you all to do the same thing, because I know not only in my own life is this so amazing and powerful, but it's also things that I teach to other women too, who may not even personally working with me, even women that I just teach in the group who are taking this information and using it and transforming their lives. So I'm really happy for everyone, and I'm so happy that we're all here, and I love you all so much. So as you all know, I always do a heart invocation, so let's just do that. So everyone just take a deep breath into your heart and just let it all go. Let the day go. Just be here and now. You feel free to close your eyes and tune into your heart space. We can get out of our head space. And as you're breathing, just breathe in love into your heart and out love, right? Let's just set our ego and our critical mind to the side by saying I set my ego and my critical mind to the side, and I tune in to my inner being. I hear what I need to hear that's going to help me in my life, and everything else I just let go. Maybe for somebody else. Remember, we don't have to take everything we hear, right? We want to surrender all judgment, because when we're in judgment, we hold it in place, and then it just further amplifies whatever it is that we're judging. So let's just surrender all judgment. This is a judgment-free zone, and we're going to tune into our inner being. We're going to call forth all of our guides and angels and ancestors to be here with us now, to help us to hear the messages that we need to hear so that our soul can become in the lead and our earthbound self can be healed. So let's surround this sacred space with the white light of divine love. I call forth Archangel Michael to dissolve all lower energy frequencies, all lower level thought forms across all times, dimensions, spaces, and realities. And that we hear the truth of our soul, the truth of the light, the truth of love beyond the illusion. And I ask to be a clear, divine, beautiful channel for everyone on here who needs these messages, that I may be the light in the dark, to lead the way, to show you that there is really heaven on earth. And that it doesn't matter what you've come from, it doesn't matter what your past is, it doesn't even matter what happened yesterday or this morning. All that matters is that you know that you are a powerful creator, and to begin to create using your power, your piece of heaven on earth. So just breathe that in and feel that. And hear what you need to hear, feel what you need to feel, and let go of the rest. And just be mindful that those things that you bring in, those things that you hear, are meant for you. And that there is a theme in your life of the signs that you have been receiving, and it all flows together. And when you pay attention, you can connect the dots. And so give yourself permission to do that now. And then, as always, anybody who is here live or listening to this recording, I interlace healing energy throughout all of my classes, throughout all of my courses, throughout everything I do. Sprinkle magic dust on it, love, energy. So if you would like to receive this transformation from my guides, your guides, and the divine, then just say yes, and we'll flow. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, angels. Thank you, God. Thank you, everybody. We say these things in the name of love. Amen. Okay, so let's go. All right, I'm going to go into the screen share so that we can start this. So I'm going to switch back and forth from the screen share into the actual class as well, so that you can hear me talk, so we can kind of stay entertained. See everybody ready? Okay, let's go into this. So screen share. Let's see. Play. Okay, here we go. So this class is the Power of a Woman Masterclass, Creating Your Life by Design. The power is your birthright. It's time to step into yours, to vision your life into being. Let's see. So who am I? Like I said before, many know me as the Queen of Rapid Transformation. I am the creator of The Divine Effect, author of The Power of a Woman, Mastering the Keys to Manifesting. I am a master healer, and I'm known for healing from the core. I use my intuitive and empath abilities and my clairsentient abilities to heal the karmic pain, the karmic soul contracts, and the wounding within each and every individual that I work with that keeps them stuck in the karmic cycle, you know, repeating painful pattern after painful pattern. And doing this enables me to speed up your manifestations in the good of what it is that you want to experience, because when we take out the old, I replace it with the new. So I literally reprogram memories and realign you with the truth of who you are, and we're going to go through that later in this class. So I'm a licensed master neurolinguistic programming practitioner, licensed by the Society of NLP and Richard Bandler, who is the creator, and it does make a big, big difference. There's a lot of stuff about NLP online that is not, it's not in integrity. Like you have to go in person and actually be there in order to be licensed. I'm a certified life coach, certified master weight loss coach, certified motivational coach, certified social and emotional intelligence coach, a Reiki practitioner. I work with past life regression. I'm an energy healer and a certified Heal Your Money Story money coach. So the reason that I have all of these certifications and licenses is because I am obsessed with learning, and I wanted to be able to help my clients the best way that I could. Not only that, but I wanted to get out of my own pain that I was in. So this is for you if you're ready to take your power back and create your life on purpose, if you're ready to get results quickly, if you're here to use your gifts to uplift the world, and you are if you are here. And then this is where we're going to go into the power of a woman opening your levels of reception. So again, just setting all of your doubts. So just suspend your doubt and disbelief and tune into the truth of your heart and hear what you need to hear so that you can allow your life to flow in grace and ease. Okay, so what we're going to be covering in this masterclass is how to create your life by design with purpose, how life really works, how to use your power to create on purpose, the truth about manifesting, and how to uncover your gifts and use them to create. We're also going to go through the different processes that I outlined in the sign-up page for this too, as well as the #1 chakra clearing tool, the #1 clearing and releasing tool so that you can reprogram on the spot instantaneously. So stay tuned for that because that is going to be amazing. I'm also going to be picking, I was going to pick 2, but I think I'm going to go with 3. I'm going to pick 3 of you who are going to win a personalized crystal gift bag from me, and also 1 person for an in-depth Divine Effects session because it's just so phenomenal. It blows me away every single day. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about my journey. I know a lot of you already know. If you want to know the in-depth, even the science behind everything that I'm going to talk about today, you can go on my YouTube and do the masterclass. For those of you who are on this class, Amanda, if something comes up, like if you can't hear me or if I cut out, can you send me a text message so that I can, because I can't get to the messages right now. So everyone just hold your questions until we get through all this. If I have time, then I will go into answering them. If I do not have time, then what I'll do is I'll do a Q&A live in the group tomorrow so that we can like go through and talk about everything that we need to talk about. So I'm just going to start off where my learning curve actually hit the fan. So I was in a very dysfunctional marriage. My entire life has been dysfunctional. It's been dark, and I was born into darkness, and my life was darkness. I watched my mother die at the age of 16. It was 2 weeks before my 17th birthday. She actually was a victim of domestic violence and also an alcoholic because she was severely depressed and on antidepressants, which destroyed her, and they cut her off cold turkey, and she didn't know how to escape the pain. But the reason that she suffered so much is because she too was hiding from her gifts. She was gifted. She didn't want anyone to know she was gifted because even at that point in time, it was a lot harder to come out in the world and say that you have these gifts if you even know what they are. Sometimes people think there's just something wrong with them. They don't know. And in the world that we live in, we're conditioned to believe that if we do have these gifts that we're bad or there's something wrong with us, so that we hide it, and it causes a lot of internal pain. Well, it literally killed my mom because she couldn't be who she really was. So she was just attracting negativity after negativity, men who would cheat on her, men who would abuse her. I mean, even my father, who's the most loyal person in the world, he cheated on her as well. So it kind of like threw her into a tailspin because they were soulmates, and he did that to her and then left her with this, these children, and she didn't know what to do. And then he realized that it was wrong and came back. And anyways, you can watch the masterclass if you want to know that entire story. The moral is she was hiding from her gifts. She didn't know about the law of attraction. She didn't know about her inner world creating her outer world. And so she ended up dying from it. Well, I was repeating her patterns. I was in the same kind of dysfunctional relationship. I had reached my breaking point. I had 2 children. I was on state aid. I was struggling to go to school, trying to get through my business so that I could have everything that I needed to have to sustain my children. And I just was stuck in that cycle of karmic experience. Well, I had a one-way argument with God where I was just screaming basically at the sky. I was literally going to kill myself because I could not take it anymore. And I needed to know how life worked. Well, shortly after that, I was shown. And what I was shown was this movie called What the Bleep Do We Know? And it's all about the quantum field of creation and physiologically and biologically and how we create. Well, I watched that movie probably 15 to 20 times because it was just so impactful. And I got it at that point, right? I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm creating this, I'm creating my reality. It's all my programming, it's my conditioning. And I went on a crazy learning spree. And so from this, I had, there was an email that I signed up to that sent me a life wheel and also 30 days of affirmations to say and to declare and to write in all capital letters. And so this was the beginning of my journey. And when I filled out this life wheel, I was at literally 0 in every area. Every single area I was at 0. I was miserable. Everything about my life was horrible. Nobody would ever even want to take my place at this point in time. And when I filled out the life wheel, I made a declaration that I wanted to be balanced and harmonized in every single area. I wanted to be at a level 10 in every single area. Well, I didn't know that when I was wishing that there was going to have to be extreme catastrophic events in my life to clear out the old, which was no longer working, and replace it with the new, which is the best thing that will ever happen to me. So that's a lot of what is happening with you right now. Things will come up for you to dissolve. And when you learn your power and when you know how powerful you are, you're consciously aware, you're not emotionally attacked because of your wounding or your triggering isn't attaching you to the situation, you can dissolve it instantaneously. And that is what I'm going to teach you today. See, the magic in this is I didn't know what my destiny was. It was unconscious consciousness. I just knew I couldn't live like that anymore. So cosmetology was just for me to have time and to have an open-ended ability to make as much money as I wanted because I was tired of working for corporate. But I started asking that there's got to be more to life than this, right? I had no idea then because I wasn't ready for it to be revealed in its fullness. If someone would have told me at that point in time that I would be sitting here talking to hundreds and hundreds of women today, I would have ran the other way. I was terrified even to be in public. Like there's no way I would have even done this. So I just had to stay on the course. You know, at that point in time, I was too wounded, but bit by bit and piece by piece, my life transformed. And I know that's what's happening for you as well because you are hearing this information. I know that's what's happening for all the women in my group because you're all having amazing life transformational experiences after interacting with me. Like every single person who contacts me, who PMs me, who is in my realm of creation that I can pray for and send energy to is experiencing miraculous results. So it's not an accident. We're all powerful and you are on course. Those dreams in your heart are there for a reason. And although the shape of them may change, the form and the essence never does. So you're on track and you're on time and this is your answer. You've been asking for the answer and you will discover it in this class. So pay attention. I went from a life of struggle and food stamps to a life of poor happiness and on my way to 7 figures a year fast, right? From 6 figures to 7 figures within a matter of months. I set out to do it deliberately and it worked. I knew that I needed to learn this for myself, for my family, and once I learned it and really harnessed it, I was then going to go and teach others, and that is what I'm doing. And that is why everybody gets phenomenal results, and I can say that with every breath and ounce that I have, not only because you all know it and you're seeing it and experiencing it if you're in my group, but because it's fucking true. That's another thing. I use a lot of passion language, so if you get offended by it, probably I'm not the one that you need to work with. But if you love it, then yay, let's go. Also, all of this works for countless others too, even people who aren't in my group, who are just my friends. They're experiencing these amazing, blessings, because when we bless other people, when we pray for other people in a way of it happening, in a way of commanding the field to bring it to them, it does every single time. And your prayer is a big thing too. So even if you only implement one thing that I teach you, you will see results in your life. See, I am spirit in human form just like you. I am not more special. I am not more gifted. I am just like you. You just have to clear this clutter so that you really can soar and give yourself permission and allow yourself to do so. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. So you don't even have to know everything right now. You don't even have to know what your superpower is yet. A lot of people struggle to figure out what their soul purpose is. It's being revealed to you, and it will be revealed to you exactly when you're ready for it to be revealed to you. You just have to stay on the course. And the more that you can tune to love, the more that you can heal your inner world, the more that you can dissolve your triggers, the faster you'll go, right? Like, it's kind of like you have to create the beautiful momentum for all of the good things that you want. At the same time, you're dissolving the negative, quote unquote, negative momentum, learning the lessons, so that you can then create a life where you're just living in magic and miracles every single fucking day. So this right here, the You Are the Divine Sister, if you saw my Facebook post, then you know what this is. But Greg Braden said that our fear is that we do have the power to heal this world and to transform the trajectory of our future. Because if we have it, and we do, and we aren't doing anything about it, and most of us are not to our fullest capability, that it would be the greatest tragedy. Even Marianne Williamson talks about how fearful we are of our light, right? Like, she talks about this too. It's not the darkness that we're afraid of, it's our light. Because if we knew, then we would have to do something. Well, it's time to remember, and it's time to know, because now is the time that you have to do something. So the story of these twins seriously just touched my heart. I literally cried when I heard him say this, and I knew that I had to share it with everyone, not only because we are women, we are divine sisters, but because we are here in this time and space, meaning we are the ones that are turning to the light. We are the ones that are turning to that inner call, that are desiring to know the answers, to dissolve the blocks and limitations in our life, so that we can not only heal ourselves, but also heal others too. So this is what happened with these twins, not these specific ones, but the twins were separated at birth. They were born prematurely, and they were in a weak state. You know, in America, when we're born prematurely, we're separated and put into 2 different incubators. Well, that's the worst thing that you could ever do, because when you are separated from your life force, from the heartbeat of your mother, from the heartbeat of your sister, and you are weaker, you're going to deteriorate, right? It's like when we cut ourselves off and go into hiding, we deteriorate, and we don't even realize that we're doing it. And so what happened was, the nurse broke the rules. She took the baby into the stronger sister's incubator, and the minute that she did that, her sister put her arm around her, and she began to stabilize and incline immediately. And today they are both healthy, strong girls. We are sent here to heal others. We have the power to transform this world, especially with all the fucking chaos that's going on out there in the world right now, with the political bullshit, with everything that's happening. It's all coming to the surface, and it's up to us to turn to that energy of love, to keep love strong on this planet together, so that we can ascend, right? We can bring others out of the darkness. We all have the power to heal ourselves and our lives, and then we go out and do this for the world. In fact, you must. This is what I set out to do for myself, for my family, and then for the world, because I have a calling on my life, and so do you, and that is why you are hearing this right now. So let's get into this, right? So the underlying feeling is what's creating your reality. Your thoughts have very little power. Your thoughts are actually a symptom of your inner feeling. So the feeling that you feel is the feeling that creates your reality. Your feelings have a direct impact on the field of creation, because you are a creator. You knew that when you came here, and it's time for you to remember that now. So what do you hope to be answered here today? Like, what desire in your heart and what calling from your soul is yearning to come to life? Like, listen for your answer, because it's interwoven in the details of my story. Your answer is there. It's all around you, right? The spirit has been trying to get this message through to you, and you know it. That's why you've been called here to this space. So write down what stands out. And for those, whatever you write down, those are what your answers are. And those answers are your personal guidance system. More than likely will be the same message that you've been given over and over and over. So make sure you listen for the connection. You were brought here for a reason, to hear the message that you're meant to hear at this point in your journey, whatever that may be, because it always changes. Like, you can listen to this today and then go back 2 months later, especially if you're in the group or you're following me, you will have ascended so much that you will hear a completely different story. You will hear a completely different set of signs and flow and connection, because we are all ascending. So just allow the magic to unfold in your life. It's all around you. Just give yourself permission to pay attention. So I'm going to ask you right now, do you give yourself permission to shed the darkness and tune to the light, so that you can be the light on this planet? And do you give yourself permission to fully step into who you truly are, so that you can live the life that you came here to live and create your piece of heaven on earth? I always say it is not for the chosen few. It is for the few who have chosen. So we have to be more and more choosing. We have to do more choosing. And you'd be surprised at how many people do not give themselves permission, because we're told no more times than we're told yes. Think about how you speak to a toddler. A toddler hears no 80% more than it hears yes. We don't give ourselves permission, and it's time that we start doing that. So my job is to quantify your journey, to close the gap between what you're now living and what you want. And that is what I do, and I'm a fucking rock star at it. Okay, so here we go. So think about how you view this life on earth. Do you view it as heaven, or do you view it as hell? Do you view it as fair, or is it unjust? Or is it both? What did you learn about life on earth as a child? What did you learn about who you were as a child? Because these questions make all the difference. We always hear life is unfair, life's not fair, you have to work hard for money, everything's a struggle, blah, blah, blah. And so we've been living in that competitive plane, forgetting that we are creators. And now we are rising out of the competitive plane. We're stepping up the levels, we're cleaning up our lives, and we're tuning into that creator, divine, feminine, beautiful goddess energy that we are, and we're creating our lives. How you view yourself and how you view this reality is how you live your life. If you had experiences in your past that have led you to subconsciously believe that it's a scary place and then you're not worthy or good enough, you will keep yourself hidden. You can tell what you believe by the circumstances in your life. So just look around, non-judgment. Remember, judgment-free zone. We're just looking around to observe, because if we judge ourselves, we not only keep it there, but we perpetuate it. So what we want to do is look at it and say, all right, this is what I've created. I remember when I would hear people say, look around, that's what your beliefs are. That would piss me the fuck off. I would be like, God damn it. Like, okay, I get it. How the fuck do I change it? Right? Like, so this is what I'm going to tell you. Because our beliefs create our realities, and our core beliefs are learned and conditioned by life experiences, whether it's this lifetime or you came here to work it out from another lifetime. You can find evidence of it in this lifetime. So 10, this is the 10th slide. So laws of the universe is energy. That's everything that it is energy. Everything is energy, everything is a belief, and when you change your beliefs and you change your energy, your life changes. In order to be in control of your reality, you must be in control of your thoughts. The law of cause and effect, aka the law of karma, also known as the law of attraction, responds to your vibration. Your thoughts are a symptom of your vibration. They do not cause your vibration. See, the most beautiful thing about us is because we are so intuitive and gifted, and we do have extrasensory abilities, that we really can tune into what is it, like, right? Is this a past life experience? Is this a karmic experience? Is this from this lifetime? And when you learn how to become really versed in your feelings and emotions, you can source it and dissolve it instantaneously, rather than waiting for life to catch up so that you have to keep catching it and keep living it. So that's what I'm here to do. This is why I'm talking about quantifying your journey. I'm teaching you everything that you need to learn so that you can move through this bullshit fast, learn exactly what you need to learn, be grateful and appreciative of everything that's happened to you, even the negative, and turn that into love and flow and abundance and prosperity and core beliefs about who you are, so that you can really be the magic that you are, because that's what the world needs. The world needs more people being the magic that they are. This is another thing too. So if you think that you're in control of your thoughts, even as good as I am at controlling my thoughts, or even just being observational about my thoughts, I've cleared my thought process from going to a life of hell to literally living a life of heaven. So in my consciousness, I would say it's probably about 20% limitation and 80 to 90% in towards what it is that I desire. So every level that we go up is another set. You just become more conscious of it. It doesn't scare you anymore. You're not fearful of it. You just kind of look at it, you're like, ooh, and then you start saying thank you. Ooh, thank you for that person that said something that made me mad, right? Like, ooh, thank you for that person that quote unquote violated me or betrayed me, because now I can look at it and heal something for the rest of my life, not just now. But this is what I want you to try tonight, so write this down. So tonight when you're showering or when you're brushing your teeth, stay present, right? Stay focused on what you're doing, thinking only about the benefit of brushing your teeth. And let's see how long you last. Watch, you're gonna be like, holy shit. So set your alarm and do it. So when you're brushing your teeth, just sit there and think of like, ooh, this is, nourishing that tooth and nourishing that tooth, and ooh, I'm, brushing, and then I'm gonna like, ooh, what's it doing for my tongue? I promise you, you will get maybe 10 seconds into it before you're thinking about making your kids breakfast, or, thinking about, having sex with your husband or whatever it is. Your thoughts are on autopilot right now. They're just like going all over the place. And your thoughts are a direct reflection of your memories, because 70 to 80% of the decisions that we make today are based off of 80% information that we already have stored in our brains. So everything that you're replaying, you're always in the past or the future. And because we only know our past is true, whatever we think about in the future is bringing our past into our future. Right? And the only way to change your future is to change the past, so that you change your now, and then you're in alignment with your future. It's not like you have to go back and undo every single thing. That would be impossible, and it would take you lifetimes to do that. You only have to do in the moment, in the present moment, what's coming up, what do I need to heal, let me shift this, and let me move forward. And then you just keep doing that until your positive momentum is so strong and powerful that that's all that it is, except for the little tiny fragments. And then those are just learning to get you to the next level, but you're enjoying the journey along the way. So it's a very beautiful, beautiful dance with life. So as I said before, your thoughts are a direct reflection of your memories. Your memories affect your life. It's a neuroassociation. That's what you give meaning, right? I always say this. Tony Robbins always says, nothing has any meaning at all but the meaning you give it, right? Well, that's not what he said. Nothing means anything, right? And then I say everything, but the meaning that you give it means everything. He said nothing means anything. I don't know why I can't get that down. Anyways, you know what he said. I've said it a million times. So right now we're living in conscious thought only while the subconscious guides you. So nothing has any meaning but the meaning you give it. That's what it was. And then I say, with the meaning you give it means everything, because the meaning that you're giving it is your paradigm. The meaning that you're giving that thing is that's the key to unlock that wound. That's the key to unlock that untruth. Like if somebody says something to you or somebody does something to you that offends you, there's a lie underneath the surface, and that's why when they threw salt, it stuck to that wound and burned like a motherfucker. Because somewhere else in your life, somebody else said that to you as well when you were in early childhood. Because from 0 to 7, only our subconscious mind is open and active. So we are learning and absorbing everything as truth. We think our parents are gods. Everything that they say, we are going along with. We don't know any different. And so then from 7 to 9, our identity forms, and then we go out into the world and start finding more and more evidence of all this stuff, because it's how we learn to survive on the planet. Not thrive, but survive, right? Our parents only knew how to survive because that's all their parents taught us, and that's all that they've taught us. That's all we've known how to do up to this point. But now I'm teaching you how to thrive. I'm teaching you how to heal that stuff and reprogram it with the truth, with your guides, with your angels, with spirit, with source, even with hard scientific evidence that proves everything that I'm saying to you. So, like I said before, your memories are affecting your life. Your exposure to relationships equals what, right? Like what has been your experience with relationships? And you're going to have a percentage of good and bad. Some will be a higher percentage of bad and a lower percentage of good. Some will be a higher percentage of good and a lower percentage of bad. Everybody has a different area of mastery in their life. So could be career and success for one woman, where it's relationships and love for another. So you just have to like tune in to see what it is for you. And this is another thing that's so beautiful about this work and this course that I'm going to talk about at the end, is it's not like, oh, this is my system, this is how you do it, this is what you're going to do to make money. It is very customized and personalized to you, because it's you, it's your life. I'm awakening your power and showing you how to use the laws of the universe and the energy to create your life on purpose. So again, what was your parents' career like? What was their viewpoint on career? What was your core value? Did your parents teach you about core value? And all of these things, you can't hide from these things, because 70 to 80% of the patterns and conditioning stored within our brains is limiting. And this is the same information that we use to come to new conclusions. It's why you can get pissed off over a can of peas. It's not really the fucking peas you're mad about. It's everything that means. You can trail it in your thoughts. So pay attention to what you're thinking. So it makes it hard to have a new experience when all you're doing is judging it with the old information. And this is also why you question yourself. And this patterning is also why you get what you get in life. It's way deeper than just the law of attraction. You are summoning the law of attraction with your subconscious thoughts, feelings, and emotions, which is 95% of who you are. So, and remember, everyone in your life is a reflection. It never has anything to do with anybody else. It is always a reflection of you, because once you heal those patterns and conditioning, then they reflect different. They become different people. And I hear women in marriages that have been failing, that when I teach them this stuff and heal these wounds, their husbands automatically do this 365-degree turnaround, and they're just like, whoa, they're like a different person. I'm like, it's not that they're a different person, it's that you're pulling on different laws of attraction, different parts of them, because you're no longer pulling on their wounding. So remember, again, the laws of the universe is energy. That's all it is. Most people are trying to use their head space to attract. Your power is not in your head. It's in your body. What's in your head is your logical primitive mind. That's where your brain is. That's where the fear responses come from. So connecting your heart to your vision is how you create. It's your heart that has all the power. Your heart is 5,000 times more powerful. So if you have wounding and can't open up to life from your heart, you won't attract what you want. You'll attract what you're protecting yourself from. Until you are broken down by it, you have no choice but to look up. It's law. It will just keep coming back around until you get it. So what I'm here to do is help you get it sooner and faster so that you can stop creating this stuff, because the truth is we're all getting older. And if we don't get this now, we're going to take this into our old adult lives. It's not just going to one day become magical. We're going to take this into our old adult lives, and we'll be one of the 8 out of 10 people that die with regret. Yes, that is really true. 8 out of 10 people die with regret. Like, this is where we switch it. This is where we flip it. The world is depending on this. We're at a tipping scale right now in human consciousness. So if you want to reach a success in any area of your life, but you have a program that says, I will fail, life is scary, relationships are painful, I'm not good enough, etc., you'll only allow yourself to obtain a certain level of success, and that is it. And if by some chance you do attract something even better, if you don't have the core foundational belief in yourself, you'll sabotage it and push it away. Just like girls who love the bad boys, they have the wounding that they think they're going to be healed through the bad boys, but the ones that are nice to them, they don't like. They sabotage those kinds of relationships because they're addicted to the wounding. We also become physiologically addicted to this too. So this is your invitation to break out of that physiological addiction and do something different, do something you've never done before, so that you can get something you've never got before. So remember, your past experiences will dictate what you allow yourself to experience in the future. So I changed the name of my clients just to protect their identity and also their personal information. So Jennifer, her mother worked to support the family. Her father let the family down. So her belief was women have to take care of pathetic men. So how do you think this eventually translated in her adult life? She created a mirroring experience. So she had certain memories within her consciousness that her mother said mean things to her about what she looked like, and her father, he wasn't providing for the family, so she had a lot of resentment and anger, and it was showing up in her marriage. So when we went back into her consciousness and communicated with her subconscious mind, and bringing the subconscious mind and the conscious mind together to work together allows us to access those memories so that I can reprogram them. And today she cannot remember them that way. She remembers happy memories. Even people who have experienced rape, I do a memory swipe with the process that I use, the divine effect, and then they cannot remember those things that happened to them. They remember them in the new way with all the beautiful learnings. And what do you think happens when your memories are changed? Your past is changed. And this is also scientific proof. According to the quantum field, this is quantum mechanics, when you change something in the present moment and you change something in the past, you change it for the future all at the same time. So this is so fucking phenomenal, and I'm so happy that you are all here with me learning this, and that I finally can come out and talk about it. I have enough. I had to prove it to myself and everybody else, and it was like when it was like every single woman I worked with, never once had I had it not work. Every single one I worked with, hundreds of them, I was finally like, okay, this is real. So even I still need to be convinced, right? This is the amazing thing of why working with the angelic realm and infinite intelligence and our guides and angels is so powerful, because they're the ones that are actually doing the work. I'm the channel. We're doing it together, and we're flowing in this beauty, grace, and harmony, which is why the ones who are led to me are 98% light workers, because they're here to learn this so that they can do it for themselves too. It's really, really beautiful. So the one thing to remember is that our parents are fallible. They're human who also had parents who were fallible and human. And we chose the exact circumstances along with our parents before we even came to this earth, because it was exactly what we needed for our soul's purpose. And because they were the perfect setup for us to balance karma, complete soul contracts, and fulfill our divine destiny. So this setup was not meant to keep you stuck or take you out. We were meant to wake up, especially if you're learning it, because look around you, not everybody's learning this. There's a reason that you're being shown this information, and you need to take it and you need to harness it, and it's your responsibility to use it to change your life and the life of the planets. So we were meant to wake up from all of the chaos and learn the rules to this game we call life, so that we could take our power back and manifest like the powerful queens that we truly are. So when we live in autopilot, it looks something like this. Women who subconsciously believe that they deserve to be punished will attract men who punish them. Women whose sole purpose it is to be seen will have traumas that cause them to hide. because we design our lives so that we can balance karma, complete soul contracts, and strengthen those parts of us that we need in order to fulfill our soul's purpose. None of this stuff was meant to defeat us, not even the ego. This is why it really bothers me when people talk about the ego as something evil. It's not. It's your primitive brain that is trying to keep you safe. And when you learn that and you get all parts on board with you and your soul, and then you flow in that and you change the way you look at reality and everything, and you know that everything supports you, literally you can have whatever you want. It doesn't matter if it's $20 or $5 million. It's real. It doesn't even have to be money. It can be a relationship. It can be a career. It can be whatever your heart calls you to. So what I want you to do is, you know, experience this, right? Like feel into your soul's purpose and not allow what normally happens, because what normally ends up happening is that we get here, we get sucked into the chaos, and we keep repeating the painful patterns for our ancestry. We just continue it, right? We become earthbound, forgetting that we are spirit in human form. And so we only allow ourselves to go as far as our primitive mind will allow, which is not very far. It's not far at all. It wants to keep you in your comfort zone right where you are, because it's afraid of what's out there. And that's also because you've been living according to your logical mind, your egoic, earthbound brain mind. So this is also why you're experiencing the push-pull. You know, your soul is calling you, and your earthbound self is riddled with fear because of all that you've experienced, but your soul wants to soar. So you have to learn this to transform your earthbound self so that you can really soar. So this is, you have to get back into alignment with your soul. You have to allow this part of you to take the lead so you can do what you came here to do. And this takes healing and reprogramming all the bullshit in the way of you living your piece of heaven on earth. Also, there's so much lessons, so much learning and keys of beautiful, amazing experiences that you have within the negativity, right? Like it really is magic. And I even remember people would say, oh, your pain is a gift. And I would be like, fuck you, it's not a gift. I'm so over this. But now that I'm out of it and I can see it and I can go back and transcend it without actually having to relive it, I can clearly see exactly that it is true. So you could learn the truth and know you have the power to heal your life without having to relive it. And I'm going to show you. Remember, you have to be it before you can experience it, and you must be in alignment with your soul. And you don't have to be at 100%. You just have to flip the tipping. You have to hit the tipping point, right? Like your thoughts, energy, and feelings have to be at least 60% more than your limitations in order for you to start experiencing the amazing stuff. So what I do is reprogram memories, patterns, and conditioning to be in alignment with divine love and core self-worth, to be in alignment with your dreams. And I program in new programs and patterns for the fulfillment of your soul's purpose, as well as cellular reprogramming. This way, the 70 to 80 to 90% of the information your brain uses to come to conclusions and decisions is now good and life-enhancing, and your feelings transform from the inside. So you're vibrating differently, which means you'll attract differently. There's a lot of energy work in what I do as well. Also the way that I speak to you, even in the Facebook group, which is why people are having phenomenal shifts without even being directly in contact with me, because it is so powerful. When you learn how powerful you are, you not only can transform everything that you are, but you can transform anybody, even if you don't know. Like my favorite thing to do is to see a post on Facebook of somebody's child being sick and send Archangel Raphael and send the angels and literally physically send the healing energy to that girl, and then, or boy, whatever it is, and then not even a day later, I'll see another post that says, oh my gosh, she's doing so much better. Oh my gosh, she's so much better. Oh, he's out of the ICU. It's not an accident that I have never seen those people before on my Facebook feed, and that I have seen them again, showing me that it is real, that it works. You have this power too. So if you allow that yourself to happen, you know, isn't it true that if you make a different decision each time you're faced with a new experience, that you will get different results? You know, this is also why my clients experience healing of disease along with healing of their entire lives. I mean, Bell's palsy, psoriasis, tumors, cysts, like everything that I go in to heal is healed, providing that there is a space for opening. I don't know if you've watched Greg Braden's The Science of Miracles, but that is a phenomenal movie, and it explains everything that I'm talking about if you need the science behind this. So if 80% of the conclusions that you come to are based off past experiences, and you can change your past experiences, then you will come to different conclusions, which lead you into different decisions, which lead you into a different life. You'll also be vibrating differently, and so you will be commanding the law of attraction differently, right? When you start opening up to the power of spirit, when you really have that core knowing in this life force, the divine light of love is flowing through you and every area of your body and energy and life, it happens faster. It doesn't have to take decades. You don't have to sit on the couch speaking therapy for years and years and years. I hear that number one thing. I tried everything, and then when I came to you, it was instant. And I'm like, yeah, I know, because that's what it is that I do. You know, even people that sit on a therapy couch for 10 years that don't get any progress come and have a session with me, and it's like their entire life is healed from that. Like, there's a reason. So our memories are malleable. This is why I can access painful memories and reprogram them in such a way that you will be unable to access the old memory after we're done because it's reprogrammed. And you'll only be able to access the new memory that we created with the light of divine love. It is miraculous and beyond belief, and you will be forever changed, just like every other woman that I ever have worked with. So when I say our memories are malleable, your brain doesn't need to remember every single thing. It doesn't need to remember the color of your shoes or the color of your walls if it's not important. So because of that, there's the Gestalt principle, which means that we can literally go in and transform. And the Gestalt principle creates a chain link of like events. So if when you were younger, you saw your mom, you know, having a bad experience with your dad, you will start to come to conclusions that maybe men are scary. And then every single experience that you have with a man or a boy, whether you're consciously aware of it or not, will link to that same experience. So then you'll come to the conclusion relationships are scary, relationships are difficult, relationships are hard, and you'll recreate that experience. Well, when we go and change that root memory, what happens is that memory changes, and so your brain can't hold together that Gestalt principle of chain link events. It all breaks apart and is dissolved. Now, when I put a new one in, your brain then sources for new information that will affirm the new belief, and then you'll go out in your reality and look for it, and you'll create it in your relationship. And this is why it's so amazing. Not only is it scientific, but it's also so esoteric and beautiful and amazing, and I just love it so much. So your past brought you to where you are now at. You need new beliefs and new programming to get you to where you desire to be and to fulfill your heart's desires, also known as your soul's purpose, because if you have a desire in your heart, it's part of your purpose. We never stop growing, and with each new level comes a new set of beliefs that we must have. So thinking about your projections, you're always projecting. You're always playing a movie in your mind, always. Like, what movies are you playing? Pay attention. These movies are based off your past. Most of us are living in an away from momentum, like running away from something, rather than a towards momentum, because we don't even allow ourselves to truly believe that heaven on earth is possible. Because our life has showed us everything to the contrary, because that's what we've been programmed with. But it's time to change that. We want our dreams and desires, but we don't fully believe we can have them. In fact, if we aren't in alignment with them, they won't manifest. And if it, like I said before, if they do by chance, that will sabotage them because we don't feel worthy of them. So are you living in a state of wanting or a state of having, right? Like, what is your programming? What was your childhood like? What are you now living? Most likely you're pulled into old magnetism. There's also a thing called biophotonic coherence, and according to the calendar year, just like we have seasons, it brings cycles back around for us to experience. And if we don't change the program, 1 + 1 always equals 2, you know, if I'm afraid of relationships, I'm always going to get fear in relationships. It's just an example that applies to everything. If I'm afraid of success, I'm always going to hit a wall, you know, those kinds of things. So when it comes back around, it will just come back around for us to re-heal. But when we're healed from within, when it comes back around, we aren't attached to it, so we don't have the same programming for it, so it just passes us by, and then we can get on to living the beautiful life that we came here to live, because now we can put more energy and emotion into our dreams and desires and actually believe that they're possible, rather than our energy and emotion to trying to heal and, you know, clean up all of that. So when a trauma or a stressful event happens, or continuous exposure to the same thing, you know, like being called names, you know, all of those things, people picking on you, your brain stores it along with the conclusion you came to about what it means at the time. So you're literally walking around with a 4-year-old's assumptions of who believes not only that she is the cause of everything, but also that her parents are gods. This is called an immature expression. So when something happens to you and you can remember it and the pain level is higher than a 5, there's a root cause to it, and it's still affecting your attraction. So your brain creates a neuroassociation. So anything that is like it is linked to it in your brain, and it will fire off warning signs in the form of limiting thoughts to keep you away from it, even if your soul is calling you towards it. This is why you're being called to live a bigger life, but you're terrified to do it because of all the programming that's already in there. So the ones that are level 5 and below are easier to move through, and you can kind of just do the positive attraction for that to push through that. But anything higher than a 5 gets more difficult. You must be shown how to do this without reliving it. Otherwise, if you try to go back and heal it yourself and relive it, you'll further compound it, and you will inadvertently attract more of its essence. You know, after I have a session with someone, their brain knows how to do it, so they can do it on their own, which makes it amazing for me, because now people aren't dependent upon me. I'm teaching them how to do it themselves, but also I'm free to help more people. So this is an example. One of my clients, her dad called her stupid and verbally abused her, and she was struggling in business and with her partner because that's what was replicating it, right? She believes she's stupid. And even though we can say our ego, will say, oh, you're stupid, and then we'll say we're not stupid, we're smart. But if you have that 95% belief that you are, you're not going to allow yourself to succeed. You won't even allow yourself to be seen. So that stupid in her is now healed and reprogrammed with the memory of someone who did think she was smart, because whatever you have a negative memory for, there's also an opposite somewhere in your consciousness, the good side of it. So we can reprogram it with that, and then all the other beautiful qualities that I add in. And guess what? Her business is soaring, her marriage is healed, and she has core confidence and knows that she is supported by the universe. She's now making 4 times the amount of money just in the last few months than she did all of last year, because she's healed from within. This is so common, actually. I'm always like, everyone tells me 4 times the amount of money, and I'm always like, 4 times, that's so amazing. I wonder if it could be 8 times or 10 times. So I'm working on that. So we'll probably see that in the next few years. But 4 times is good, like 4 times the amount of money. So this is really, really common. The money always goes up after working personally with me, and 90% of the time it goes up for the women who just follow me and implement some of my teachings. Look in the book or look in the Facebook group. You can see posts all over the place. Like, this is no joke. This is real. So I want to go into more like manifesting, right? Like, manifesting can be tricky because we manifest with our feelings. Like, to be a deliberate creator, aka a deliberate manifester, you must have emotional coherence. You have to know your feelings and know how to root them so that you can transform your emotions on the spot. Your emotions are the key to your freedom, and I'm giving you the tools to take control of your life and create on purpose, with purpose, from a full heart. I'm literally giving you the keys to the kingdom. It's time to awaken your gifts and use them to transform your life rather than getting stuck in the cycle of chaos and negativity. I mean, I see so many high-powered women who are in this online game who are having negative experiences with their clients day after day because they still have those patterns within them that are causing them to hide it and want to fight. Like, you have to heal the stuff now so that you can soar, so that when that relationship does come to you, no matter if it's a love relationship or a client relationship, that you are in alignment and you really can serve from a place of being healed and healing them rather than getting caught in their drama, right? Like, it's more than just what you think it is. So it's time to awaken your gifts and to use them to transform your life. For far too long, your human self has been running the show. You've caught glimpses of your soul's guidance here and there through signs and numbers, synchronicities. You're kind of starting to awaken to all of this, but you either dismiss it or you only live in the moment with it. And before you know it, your human self is back in the lead, keeping you where you are with little to no progress. So it's time to live in the realm of soul in the lead, dancing with magic and miracles, learning lessons like a goddess and creating your life on purpose. So those signs and that magic can be in everyday life, and it is when you're on purpose. You have got one shot. You have one life, and you have the power to create the life you came here to live. It's not a privilege to be wealthy. It's a right. Somewhere someone decided, so kings and queens became, right? Like, primitively, we were all not, we were all like the hominids. We were just like living, right? There wasn't kings and queens. There wasn't wealthy or unwealthy. Somewhere somebody decided to embody that energy and became it. Just because you weren't born into wealth doesn't mean you can't have it. Like, it's your right to have, just as it is anybody's right to have. So you have to dismiss that belief that it's not your right to do this or to know this, because it fucking is. It is. You have to. Like, you have to do this. It's not a joke. It's a real thing. So this is what I want you to know. I want everyone to claim it for themselves. I want you to tip the scales, and I want your dominant vibration to be amazing, right? Like, I want this to be happening for you. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the divine effect, and then we're going to go into this because I am going to, I really want to teach you about how to clear your chakras, and also to, the clearing statement tool too. So the way that the divine effect work is the quantum particles are all connected, like I talked about before, and they can communicate with themselves in the past and in the future. And if we change a particle in the present, we can change the particles in the past and thus change the trajectory of our futures. So when you change the root, you change everything. So I've been doing a lot of inner child healing, and I thought, I wonder if I could actually reprogram the entire memory, because if I could do it, it would change them the fastest, and I could do energy healing and theta reprogramming at the same time. So I began doing it. And like around the same time, I wanted to be even more, I wanted to go to the next level. So I asked to have my gifts reactivated and strengthened, and then it happened. The amazing thing is, all you have to do is ask. All you have to do is ask, and then it happens. You just have to get out of your own way after you ask. And again, because our memories are 40 to 60% malleable, this means we can change them and we can add them, we can delete them entirely, and we can program in success. This work is so profound, and I'm so blessed to be in this time and space with all of you and sharing it with you. The work I do flows from all angles. Your energy body, your brain patterns are transformed along with your soul's contracts, vows, and karmic experiences, and you have a sense of angelic healing and profound connection. And this is where I use my gifts to be able to tap into your energy field and realign. I use Archangel Metatron a lot because he is the archangel with the geometric shapes and can go into your timeline and transform it. And they are real. Like, the angelic realm is real. I do not see giant winged beings flying around. That's not what it is. For me, it's more of a feeling, more of a knowing. I see orbs everywhere, and that turned back on because I asked for it. I used to see it when I was little, and then I turned it off because I got scared because of the religion and the dogma. And then when I got older and wanted to turn back to the light, that's when I had to go to work and heal my God wounds. And so once I did, it's just like everything is so amazing. I'm also going to be teaching you how to do the course, how to do this in the course too, which is different than anything I've ever taught before. So if you've taken my courses before, it's not going to be the same thing. It's so much different and so much better. Okay. So your energy body and your brain patterns are also transformed, and that's the most important part, because when that happens, then you have a sense of angelic healing and profound connection, and you can use your new patterns and programming as if you've always been living that way. I'm really just realigning you with the truth of your soul. And this is also how I've been able to accomplish so much in such a short amount of time. You know, it's how I've been able to take women from living in their cars to multi-million-dollar homes, from overweight to sick to beautiful bodies and miraculous health. Excuse me, from lonely and single to in love and with the love of their lives. So once your limitations are reprogrammed, you are programmed with your future. It happens so fast. So on an energetic level, you're vibrating differently. This is why people say they feel lighter and they actually lose weight, they look younger, they feel truly happy from their core, and their diseases are reversed and their ailments are cured. And because of the law of attraction, and because you are vibrating differently, you will, by law, attract different experiences. Most people say it's magic. It isn't really magic. It's the way that it's supposed to be. And when we learn our power, we can do it for ourselves. So I wanted to talk about Michelle's testimonial. I'm not sure if you guys have seen that video. If you haven't, you should go on my YouTube and look at it, because we did this NLP angelic swish process where I feature paced you and took you into your future timeline and then reversed it, so it connected you with it. Well, she told me when we, in that video, that she was sitting in the living room that she had visualized that in the process that I took her through. So this not only works for cleaning up your past, but it also works to align you into the life of your dreams. And this is also why in the course I'm going to be using the vision board and feng shuiing it according to the Bagua, because that is the fast way. So tune into your reflections right now. So let's just take a deep breath. It's a lot of information. I talk really fast to get through all this information. And let's go into the clearing part of this so that I can teach this part to you. So what I want you to do right now is to tune into your reflections, right? Okay, I'm gonna stop the screen share so that we can go into, where is my, can I see it? Okay, let's see. No, that's not it. I don't know why I can't see my my screen. Anyway, okay, it's not gonna let me. So we're not gonna be able to see my face right now. We're just gonna keep going through this. Okay, so let's go into the number one clearing statement. So what I want to talk about is there. Yay. Ooh, I was like, hey, I really, really want them to be able to see my face when I do this. Okay, so I want to talk about right now the clearing statement. So most of the clearing statements that I have taught are the cancel, clear, delete, right? So when you do the cancel, clear, delete, You are in your consciousness, you are clear, you are just cancel, clearing, and deleting it, right? But what part you're missing is the replacing. Like, in order to have a different experience, you have to let go of the old and then replace it with the new, because the universe abhors a vacuum. So there's no empty space that needs to be filled in. And if it's not filled in with what you're deliberately wanting it to be filled in with, it will just do autopilot. So this is what I want you to do. So write this down, like get a piece of paper and write this down. I'll post this in the group later too. So the number one clearing statement is delete, remove, uncreate, and everything that created it, right? So let's just say that I'm in, let's just say I'm in the shopping store, and there is an item that maybe is $5 more expensive than it was before. And before, when I start to go into that judgment of it, like, I can't believe it's $5 more, like, how, why is it $5 more? You can do this. I delete, remove, and uncreate, and everything that created that, because there's a source program that created that fear. There's a fear underneath it there, which is why you're going into judgment. You can say delete, remove, uncreate, and everything that created it. And I ask, allow, and receive in its place the understanding and the more flow in my life, right? So if my old was limitation, I delete, remove, and uncreate, and everything that created it. And I ask, allow, and receive in its place more flow. Across all times, dimensions, spaces, and realities, it is done. And the reason that we say across all times, dimensions, spaces, and realities, it is done, is because we are energetic light beings and can dissolve things instantaneously. But we still have this human brain that is programmed and needs to be reprogrammed. And logically, when we say across all times, dimensions, spaces, and realities, it is done, our brain literally thinks it is done, and so it will go away, right? So that's the number one clearing statement. So use this clearing statement in your life, because when you do that, you'll be able to transform everything. I mean, this takes 2 seconds to do. You delete the old and replace with the new. You delete the old, uncreate it, uncreate everything that created it in the first place. And what helps me to do this is to close my eyes and tune into my heart space. And I don't really give a shit if people think I look weird or like, what is she doing? I mean, you should see my gardeners. They come every Thursday morning when I'm doing my like morning routine and they are always looking at me. I remember the pool guy caught me doing it and he was like, started laughing. And I could care less, right? Like, this is why this is why I live in a multi-million-dollar home in paradise, like doing these kinds of things. So it doesn't matter, just close your eyes and do it, right? Like, even my kids sometimes, they know now. They'll be like, oh, she's like clearing something or reprogramming, because I'll catch something, right? Like, whatever it is. So remember, across all times, dimensions, spaces, and realities, it is done. Because when you do that, then you are clearing it all throughout all time and space and realities, right? So that is the number one clearing statement. So write that down. I will also post that in the group later. Number 2, you want to become a magnet. In order to become a magnet for the amazing things in your life, you have to feel it and vibrate it within, right? At least being in a happy, grateful state will help the things to come into your reality, because you don't have to specifically know what it is that you want to experience. It's always this or better. We always say this or better, okay? So the way to become a magnet is to recall a time when you had an experience like that. So when I do my 30-minute money sessions, I'm going to give you an example. This is what I do. I'll have them close their eyes and tune into their heart. And if money is what they want to manifest, then I will say, think of a time when you received a windfall. If you have never received a windfall, and think of how that might feel. Think of someone that you know that received a windfall, and then embody it. Most people have received some kind of windfall or some kind of experience. It's in your subconscious mind whether you know it is or not. Just close your eyes and ask yourself that. So you recall the time when you experienced that and you feel gratitude for it, right? Like, you're in a state of gratitude, like you're feeling that. And then you go in and you think of what it is that you want to create. So now you pull up what you want to create and you blend them together, and then that signal will send a new signal. So if I was wanting to manifest more money, I would tune into when I received windfalls, and I would feel into that at least 5 minutes a day. Because the more you do it, the more you're going to generate to yourself. And so when you are feeling that energy, you are sending that signal out with your cells. And when you blend it and then move it into your heart space, with your previous gratitude for something that you're grateful for in the future. This is also why in the gratitude processes, I have people do 3 things in the future and kind of blend them in so that you dissolve the divide between reality and future. It becomes real. It will send a signal out to the universe, and you will manifest it again, guaranteed. So you have to become coherent, and you also have to be very conscious and remain non-judgment of yourself, because sometimes when you try to do this, all those limitations will start coming in and try to dampen what it is that you're doing. You want to be mindful and write that down, because those are going to be the things that you need to clear in order to receive that thing. So your brain is helping you, right? Like when you try to visualize something and like limiting thoughts come in, all those feelings, I can't do it. It's not meant to weaken you. It's showing you, and then you write it down and you do your burning ritual and you dissolve it and you let it go and then you replace it and then you move along. This is how life is meant to be lived. Like when we learn this powerful stuff on how to be creators, you can literally create anything that you want. So remember, having gratitude for something that you've already experienced and then blending it with your heart and then connecting your vision to future pace it. You don't even know how to do it right. Like it just happens. As long as you're feeling that and you're taking your vision from your head to your heart, because this is where most people teach you to visualize. This is not where you visualize. You visualize and then you move it into your heart, but it starts here. When you start to learn how to use this power more to create what you want, rather than either protecting yourself or creating what you don't want, then your life becomes magical. Okay, and then we have the third thing I want to teach you is the #1 chakra clearing tool. So every single chakra, and this is also why in the course we are doing it according to the chakras. Like for the center is the power chakra, it's the solar plexus. It also happens to be health and yellow, right? Like this is not an accident. Also, all of the crystals align with it. It even has numerology in it, like interwoven in each different bagua is a different numerological number. So we want to harness all of our power. So what I'm talking about is the chakras. There's an association with each one of your chakras. What you can do is you want to tune into in your life who supports you, who sabotages you, who loves you unconditionally, and who angers you. Because these people are just reflections of what's already going on inside from past experiences. And if you don't take the time to go through and dissolve that, you will surely attract another one that will do the exact same thing. So the chakra clearing tool is the fastest way to do this. So you get a piece of paper and a pen, and you just touch on each chakra, right? So for your crown chakra, touch on my crown, on my head, my crown, my divine connection. Who does this remind me of, right? And then you write it down. You could get positive answers and limiting answers. Who do I feel blocked off my connection? And then you write that down, right? Because we're gonna send it all away, and you're going to forgive them. Where it's gonna get really a little bit messy is in the heart space, right? Like who do I feel broke my heart? And then you write down all of these things. When you do this, you're getting it out of your energetic field and putting it on paper so that then you can burn it and dissolve it. And then you go into your root chakra. Who do I feel took my power away from me? And then you write that down. So each chakra is associated with a person or an experience. And it is the fastest way to get through. Rather than waiting for life to deliver you another experience that's going to cause you to be triggered, then you're going to have to go in and do the inner work. You could spend the time doing this now and clear out 80% of all of that stuff so you don't have to experience it in real life in order to learn. This is how we evolve very quickly. This is why it's, the queen of rapid transformation, because we do these things very quickly to move through them so that we're not waiting for that relationship or waiting for the destruction to happen before we go in. It's like we are flowing in ahead of time rather than troubleshooting when it happens. The issue with troubleshooting when it like waiting until it happens is you run the risk of getting pulled into it. Because if you step back into your wounded self too much, you're going to get yanked right back into it and continue the cycle. And we want to start creating our lives on purpose. Okay? Okay. Oh, Amanda said, you are the queen and I can't even say how much you changed my life. Aw, thank you, Amanda. See, I know a lot of you are in here who have worked with me one-on-one personally. So thank you so much. I really appreciate all your love. Okay, and then the #4 thing I wanted to teach you is how to discover your gifts and strengthen them is to clear out the BS of your false identity. Your false identity is keeping you from seeing the gift that you are. If I tell you, if someone tells you you are a gift and you are meant to transform lives and you're going to go on that stage today and you're going to talk to thousands of people about your gift. If you are scared, if you want to run and hide, you have work to do. And it's your responsibility to do it because you're either going to do it in grace and ease and flow, or you're going to be drug into it and be forced to do it because your soul came here to do something. And it's not going to let your physical body stop you. You are not going to be one of those people that die with regret. because if you are, you will just have to come back and do it again. It's the way that it works. So knowing your gifts is to discover your false identity and to really tune into the gift that you are. And that also means stop telling yourself that you don't know what your soul's purpose is. It's in there. You know, you're just not ready to be shown yet. So what we do is clear away all of the bullshit and the internal wounding so that you can know, so that you can step into that as a powerful queen that you are, and so that you really can start to make a difference in other people's lives, like major, major difference, because that is what we are here to do, right? Remember, your energy is creating your life, so pay attention to all of this. Our world is made of energy, and your heart produces the strongest energy in your body, right? I do what I do because I wanted to be that light for others. I wanted other people to know what I knew so that they could transform their lives too, because I know how painful it was for me living in the dark. I have overcome everything. You know, when I was 15 years old, I had my virginity stolen from me by rape. When I was 15 and a half years old, I had 2 men who also drugged me and took my, sexuality. I have been kidnapped 3 times in my entire life and found every time, like, hello, there was an omen of good on my life. I watched my mother die. I was in dysfunctional relationships. I've been abused. Every single thing I have experienced in life. And I can come here and say all of this now because I have no shame and guilt. Shame and guilt is the lowest energetic vibration on the planet. Read David Hawkins' Power versus Force. If you have shame and guilt in your energy field, you will vibrate really low and you will attract shame and guilt in your life. It's law. It's the way that it is. So if you're experiencing a lot of controversy in your life, you have to go to work to do the inner work to heal your world. And also because you know this information now, you can't go back. You just can't. You can't choose to not know. Even if you're not going to take it and run with it today, someday you are going to come back to it because it is true. So I know that you wanted to be the light in the dark for others too. It took me 11 years of crazy studying and life trials and tribulations to figure out every single thing that I am teaching you that takes women 4 months to transform their lives. So you can either choose to come along or you can choose to not, but trying to do this for yourself is like going to a foreign country where you don't speak the language, you don't know anything, you're just kind of wandering around, you're just there. And rather than having a guide who's going to take you through, who knows the language, who speaks the language, who's going to interpret for you until you can learn the language yourself, who's going to guide you and teach you and flow with you, plus a whole group of women who are all doing this together, it creates that positive momentum that really makes us unstoppable. Seriously, makes us unstoppable. Okay, let's see what other... I think we're almost done. So thank you everybody for staying on for this long. I don't know if I want to go back into play because I don't want it to get me stuck again. Okay, so like I said, trying to do this yourself is like going to a foreign country where you don't speak the language, you don't know the land, you need a tour guide who can show you the magic, translate it, and to teach it to you. So the universe is asking, show me your new vibration and I will show you miracles. One thing is you must have a deep and profound relationship with the God of your heart if you wish to enjoy the kingdom of heaven, and you must believe that you're supported. You have to believe in yourself 100% from your core and all that you are, which it's okay if you don't because you can transform that really quickly. You have to believe that you're supported, and you have to believe that there is a higher power that is flowing through you, that is here to create their piece of heaven on earth. You have to live on purpose versus on autopilot. So right now you're being compelled by habit. It's time to use your free will choice and choose a better life. Your chakras are a guide and they all must be in balance. Like your heart wants to love, but you're afraid your power will be taken from you. So your solar plexus will begin to be fearful and it'll shut down and then you'll block love, right? So all of our chakras are also connected. So are every area of our life, which is why it's important to do the core work so that every area of your life can be beautiful. If you want success in your solar, but you judge others, you're also blocking it because you fear that they're taking all of the shine. That's root support. So every judgment, every ounce of resentment, every mess takes up energetic space in your field. We need to clear out the old so the new can come in. This is why clearing your clutter and cleaning up your physical house will generate new energy. So your dreams and desires require a more empowered you to hold them into place and to grow them with grace and ease out of deep fulfillment, rather than getting to, feel fulfilled from external things. That doesn't ever work. You just need the new thing. The limiting beliefs that you hold about yourself today cannot be held by the woman you desire to be in order to live those dreams. You must do the belief change work. Like, there is no other answer. The faster that you learn to do it effectively on all levels, the faster your windfalls and magic and success can unfold for you. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do the clearing the limiting belief process to align with its opposite at the end of this. So I want to go over a couple of things too. Maybe I will just go back in here so that you can see it. So I wanted to go over a couple of things before we actually go into choosing the winners and the session, and also the clearing the limiting beliefs. So have the limiting belief that you, or the limitation, the number one limitation that you brought with you, just have it there with you, and make sure, if you haven't done it yet, make sure you write the opposite underneath of it, because you're going to cut the paper in half. So this is just some of the messages that I get. I couldn't put them all on here because there literally is hundreds. So this is Katie, who I told you about before. And she was hiding before I met her, and now she is like starting to come out, and she is rocking it. I mean, she's helping women. Women love her. She really is tuning into who she is. And I'm actually going to do a webinar with her because she really just didn't discover her gifts until a couple of years ago. So even if, just like I was saying, even if you're not being shown right this minute, you will be shown. It will be shown to you. Everything will be shown to you, because there is a higher power that is doing this work, that wants the elevation of human consciousness collectively to rise, because the human consciousness is calling. Think about everything that negative that happens, even with this thing in England. When that happened, when Manchester happened, when Italy happened, when all these things happened, people send rockets of desire for more light and love. How can they have that? We are here under free will. The only way they can have that is if God sends his angels to this earth to bring more light and love and to teach others their way out of the darkness. Hello, we are that light. We are that divine sister, remember. So these are just some of the things that people say about me. I mean, you can see, a moment of gratitude. I just stopped what I was doing and had to write you. I said to myself, the biggest blessing in my life right now is Randina. Thank you for trusting your intuition about me and changing my life tremendously by allowing me to use this gift for everyone. Forever grateful, right? And here, this is just posts in the Facebook group. So this is Robin. Robin, I think you're on here. If you're not, I love you so much. I love all of you. So this is the thing too, right? Like what she says, I'm blown away at what all I needed to shed. I feel like a weight of the world has been lifted off my shoulders. What excites me even more is the new money story I now have. Thank you, Randina. The last 8-week course I did forever changed my life. I mean, and that was just 8 weeks. Like, imagine what's going to happen in the next 12 months. And then Laura, this is another thing too, is just having that, like knowing, like being in alignment and knowing and seeing and being tuned in and turned on to the gifts that the universe is here for you, and doing this beautiful dance. She receives checks in the mail. It's like, it really is so true. When you start to align, you will be rewarded. And here's another one, Celeste. She'd been trying for years to manifest things, and she wasn't able to do it. And then just being in the group and being around us and flowing this energy through her, she manifested exactly what she wanted right after she did the Sacred Money Workshop quickly. Right? It's like so amazing, this stuff that happens. And then there's Taylor, she's even saying, invest in yourself, choose to involve, you're worth it, each and every one of you. And I remember when Taylor first contacted me, she was like, I don't know if I have the money. I don't know if I can do it. And I'm like, Taylor, you have the money. If you are meant to do this, you will do it. It will show up for you. I promise you. And now she is rocking it. And that was only January. I mean, it doesn't take very long. This stuff can happen very fast. And then these kind of comments, like in here, like all the things that people are saying is that it's so beautiful, and the things that they've been doing for a long time, haven't really been working. And then after taking the courses, financial situations are doubling, right? Like doubling. And she does her tithing, and everything else beautiful and amazing is happening for Kimberly too. Once you awaken to your gifts and who you are, life fucking is magic. And then here's another one, it's like, these are just in my Facebook group. I'm not even working personally with these women. I'm like in the group with them, and we're doing things, and we're doing calls, and we're doing all of this stuff. And they are even having shifts, right? Like even this one is, Megan's like, I just love you, Randina. And Serena, like, right, she's the most amazing person woman I've ever experienced. I can't wait to meet her in person. Same here. I look forward to her lives every day. I'm seriously constantly checking. Like, all these things are because these women are being impacted, like women all over the place. And then Carrie Ann, you have an amazing divine gift. I'm filled with power, love, and light. I want to share and inspire others. Like, things are happening for all of these women. And it's just going to only get better and better and better. And this one right here is my favorite. This just came through this morning. Talk about perfect timing, since we're talking about a vision board course. So this is Melissa, and I absolutely love her. I love everyone. I love all of you. And so she posted this in our course group. She says, I'm noticing that my manifestations are getting closer and closer to my projections. I received another loan pre-approval a few days ago, this time in the amount of $40,000, and had a check written to me in the amount of $40,000 in the prosperity section of my last vision board. I actually mentioned this during one of our webinars when I received an unexpected check for $40, and Randina Marie said, wait until it's $40,000. So I also have recently begun dating someone who looks very similar to the picture, almost my recent vision board in my relationship Agua. Look at the guy she's dating compared to the guy that she had on there. He's like, it's identical. It's so amazing. I love when this happened. She said also he is a pilot, and I've had a plane on the last 2 vision boards. And after posting yesterday about me being a Voga affiliate floating studio, I noticed that the icon Voga uses looks almost exactly like an image I have on my current vision board as well. Feeling so empowered and grateful working with Randina and the angels and all of you, and witnessing the amazingness we all have within to create it. Like, this is just the beginning, right? So this is where I'm going to tell you how you can take this information even further. And this is also what a lot of you have been waiting for. I wanted to go over and kind of explain what the course is going to be. Now, if this isn't something, this is what I want you to do before we even go into this. So just set your ego and your critical mind to the side and tune into your heart space and listen from your heart. Rather than all those limitations that come up from your head space, just set them to the side and tune into your heart. And is this something that you want to experience? Would you like your vision board to start manifesting in form for you within the next few months? And if you get a yes, then you need to do what it takes to do and to support that yes. That is your soul's calling. That is what you need to listen to, not your earthbound fears and all that bullshit that come up when you're deciding whether you're going to spend money or not. Like, set that to the side. You do not even know how many times I hear, I'm so glad I made the choice to override my fears and invest in a course. I'm so glad my life is forever changed. And this is in such a short amount of time. It has only been since October that I have actually been online. It has only been since January since I launched a course. Like, lives are changing, right? So this is what we're going to go through, the 12-month life-changing course. So for the first phase, it has to be the foundation for your life, the power of your intentions and dreams. You have to dream bigger than you've ever dreamt before. We're going to do the divine energy activations, opening up your channels and aligning with the light of love. We're going to discover the root false identity, heal and reprogram it, align with and embody your higher self permanently. I'm going to do all kinds of processes with you that are going to literally reprogram your brain. We're going to learn the laws of the universe and how to use your emotions to create. And each month we will be covering a different area of life. So using your feng shui vision board, we will transform each chakra, and you'll also learn how to make your visions come to life fast. I don't know why it's the very first one. So the creating your life by design is going to change your life forever. So do something today that your future self will thank you for. It is not only for the chosen few, but for the few who have chosen. So this is, let me see. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me just stop this screen share, and then I'm going to go into, okay, so this is what everyone's been waiting for. So we're going to go through this. And then this is you can actually go to the power of a woman creating her life.com and go through this together at the same time if you want. So this is just the page, about wanting, you're yearning up to awaken to a whole new experience of yourself. And this is like going to be one of my best works. I'm so excited for this. So all of your struggles, your drama, and your trauma has led you here for a reason, because you're being asked to use to fan the flames of your sacred rising, right? Just like it's your divine duty to transcend your trauma and kick off the chaos and create your life. I left my ex-husband with $20 in my pocket, 2 children, and a ton of debt. I had no clients. I had no idea how I was going to make my salon profit. I was so far in the hole, I didn't even think I was going to make it out. And using everything that I am teaching you, everything that you're going to be learning, now I am seriously living the life of my dreams. Not only me, but everyone I work with. So this just kind of goes into a little bit of an explanation. If you need a little bit more quote unquote convincing to do what's good for you, then you can go through here and look at this. So I just want you to know that when you match your sacred sizzling power with the full force of the universe and all her angels, goddesses, and divine deities too, then you become unstoppable, right? Like imagine living your life feeling divine, sacred love, pure, aligned, divine connection each and every day. Like if you were in the last 8-week course, this course is going to be amplified times 1 million, because what I have done is I have cleaned out my private coaching, and I have a few left who are also going to be enrolling in the course. So we're all going to be doing this together so that I can really dedicate my time and my energy every single day to this. I'm also going to add in a bonus month where we're going to be going through the magic together, which is going to start on June 1st. So I'm going to do a live every single day on it. We're going to really set the foundation and the core and the tune of what it is that we came here to do, and really get into creating our life on purpose. We have to generate that positive momentum and clear up the little bits and pieces of our lives through the power of gratitude so that we can really hit the ground running and start manifesting our vision boards immediately. So then you just go through this, and then if you just take notice in this moment. And if this is the day that you're done settling for less than what you want, if you're done with scarcity around money and love, if you're done putting up with painful relationships and situations, if you're done reacting to your life instead of being in the driver's seat, if you're done suffering instead of triumphing, if you're done being out of alignment with your power and truth, putting up with just good enough, allowing negative, toxic relationships in your life, or history repeating itself over and over and over again. If you're done getting stuck in your stories instead of transcending them, or if you want to move faster, right? If you want to experience these things quicker, if you want to start having the more money flow into your life, and the relationships and the flow and the health and the love and your soul purpose business, then this is your rainbow bridge from the dark to the light. You know, your path is waiting for you to create it. So this is something else that you can just go through if you want to on your own. So you have to be ready to heal, connect, claim, master, manifest, play, embody, and dance. So the difference with this course is I really wanted it to be fun, because I want to create a lot more positive momentum that will outweigh the limiting attraction. Before my courses, they were focused on really just clearing out the muck and going to work, and it can get really heavy. So what I decided to do with this one is to have the 12 months so that we can really just build up that positive momentum and allow the heaviness to kind of just dissolve on its own without having to do too much work. So then these are just some testimonials too. I mean, literally I have thousands of these. These are just the ones that I chose to put on here. I know a lot of you on this call are going to see your names. So thank you so much, all of you. I love you so much. And then this number 7 is where science meets spirit, right? It's no coincidence the power of a woman activates and transforms the 7 major areas of your life. So because it's unique to you, it is going to transform every single area of your life. Your marriage, your relationships, love, your sacred relationship to spirit, which is the most important, your divine children, which even if you don't have them now, you still have an inner child, your divine calling and sacred money, soul friends, divine wellness, like everything. This is really about creating an empowered and aligned life so that you can be the example and the inspiration for others to also be able to do this work for them too. We have to rise now. Like this, it seriously is, now is the time. And all of this is scientifically and spiritually proven and profound. So the reason that they are customized the way that they are is because I am taking you from where you are to where you want to be within a few months. And that, you can't put a price tag on that, literally. And the cost of this course, the investment of this course is so low compared to what it is. So I'm gonna give you guys also a deal for being on this webinar with me today. So this is what we're gonna do. 12 months of expansion, transformation, and empowerment using your feng shui vision board as a guide. So not to worry, because I'm going to teach you how to do all this. I'm going to teach you how to do the magic sauce and add everything to it. We're going to visit each and every area during an assigned month dedicated to growing this area of your life and manifesting your vision into reality so you can have your entire life filled with divine love and flow. So each section of the Bagua is a different chakra and has beautiful stones dedicated to it, as well as a specific number. So we'll be flowing and balancing our chakras, calling in our angels, invoking the goddesses, learning about all the magical pieces of earth to boost our energy, aka crystals, and connecting with the astrology and numerology to transform our worlds faster than ever before with love, ease, and grace. Of course, because that is how I desire to do everything. So month 1 is the Dare to Dream. This is where we're going to vision your life into being, and this is your soul star chakra. So if you haven't heard of your soul star chakra, it's time that you learn, especially if you want to know your soul's purpose, because that's where it is. And your soul star chakra can get clogged with karma and unbalanced. And so what we're going to do is clear out all the karma so you don't have to physically experience it in your reality and let it go. And also it's, you know, the soul star chakra is citrine, you know, quartz, sugalite, spiritual love, opens the heart chakra, and it connects you with your soul purpose. So this is where we're really going to get very connected and grounded in with what you came here to do. And I'm going to teach you different processes on how to do that. And remember, we have a whole 4 weeks on this one specific area. So we're going, and you know, you could just read through this. We're going to do a lot of the divine effect stuff. We're going to do the divine effect vision board process that will bring your manifestations into form faster. Every single vision board I've ever created manifests quickly in less than a year. Like, it's really, really amazing. I'm also going to teach you about holographic creation and how to engage it to become a manifesting maven. This is using the quantum physics, the law of creation that we all are, to create your life. So then month 2 and 3 is connecting to your higher self and universal forces. So after we have your soul purpose, soul star chakra activated, we have to go into your God star chakra, which is your God head chakra, and also the earth star chakra, because you have to know that you are spirit in human form and part of earth, right? You are part of the physical form. You have this innate ability to create the magic that is for you. You have a piece of heaven on earth that is waiting for you to claim it. Your life can literally be this way. And the more lives that are this way, the more heaven becomes for the whole. Because like it happens in your physical body, when you are more positive, then it balances the density. It's the same thing collectively. The more positive people we have creating beautiful life experiences, the other ones will be brought up by default. It takes one person to elevate 1,000. So when I say this is not only for you, it's seriously not only for you, it's for everybody. So in these 2 months, you're going to connect with your higher self, your inner being, the divine effect activations, NLP processes to program and reprogram your brain. We're going to do the future timeline, reverse timeline. We're going to do all of the stuff, same thing that got Michelle to living in her house that she visioned in her future timeline within a matter of a few months. Also, we're going to be reprogramming your energy field, which will tune you into the powerful being that you are, teaching you how to use your body, mantras, muscle testing, strengthen your intuition. We're going to invoke the goddesses of Tantra so you can unleash your own ecstatic sexuality and create magic in the universe. And this is not just about having sex. In fact, when you're learning this, you're going to want to channel this energy into your dreams rather than into a sexual experience. I mean, you could do both if you like. You can call in the archangels. I'm going to teach you which archangel is assigned to your life and how to know with this special ancient activation tool. We're going to heal your relationship with God's source so that you can fully embrace your own divinity and know that you're fully supported in love, and embody who you truly are and have a deep sense of goddess power and love for who you are and what you came here to do. Discover and begin to fully express your soul's purpose. Like that is going to be, you know, this one is so beautiful. So then this is going to be, also in this one, this is when we're going to be creating our vision boards together. And then I'm going to teach you how to use your power to engage that to make it even more. And this month 4 and 5 this is when we begin manifesting the vision. So this is where we go to the solar plexus and crown chakras, which is the center of the Bagua. And that's what we're going to be working on here. And so you can see the crown chakra, this is amethyst. And so all of this is going to get you connected and tuned back in to your divine power. And then I'm going to also teach you how to learn or how to use the divine effect on yourself and other people so that you can channel the light force energy of the collective consciousness to heal your traumas, rewire your neural pathways to align with and transform, and release insecurities that you've picked up along the way. This is going to help you for the rest of your life. Not only that, when you bless other people and you help them, you also receive that karmic experience, which balances the negative karma that you may have experienced in other lifetimes. So you literally can quantify your journey. So we're going to go through the emotional healing detox, where you use sacred practices to purge your mind, body, and soul of what no longer serves you without having that physical crash. You know, trying to do this on your own, you will. If you are just someone who just randomly has sessions with Reiki, or you randomly go and have, you know, therapy sessions or whatever it is, there's always an emotional crash because people are not teaching how to avoid that. And that is where I am very different. And then you're going to tap into your new identity and remember the truth of who you really are. Discover your body, transforming as you get inspired and get moving, and love and cherish it. I'm also going to teach you about programming your food, how to use ancient symbols, like everything that I use, that I have created, this magnificent empire that I am living in, I am going to share with you. I am holding nothing back in this course. It's why I cleared my entire schedule. I am dedicating the next year of my life to you. Okay, and then month 6 and 7 is shine your light, spirituality and prosperity, and the divine masculine. So this is your throat and your third eye chakras, and this is where we're going to go in and clear and balance all that divine masculine so that we can be really balanced. This is where we're going to talk about money. We're going to spend a whole 2 months talking about prosperity, money, and aligning it with your soul's mission. So if you are wondering, because before I was going to do this course, I was going to do a sacred money course, and I got a message from someone who received one of my emails talking about how I was switching to a vision board course, and she was like upset because she wanted to do the sacred money course. And I said, we are going to do sacred money within this course. We're actually going to spend more time doing sacred money within this course than we would have if I would have just done the regular course. So what I'm doing is taking pieces of that other course and putting it in this course so that we can all ascend together. I mean, I really want to see each and every one of you having at least 4 times your income at the end of this year. It is possible, and it will happen for you if that's what you want. Okay, we're going to teach you how to generate cash flow, increase prosperity, and the true laws of manifesting. We're also going to use the energy of money to manifest large amounts of cash and keep them flowing in so that we can start to change our energy with money and know that money is just a support tool to support our dreams and our visions and our goals, and take off all of the energetic entanglement of the shit that we have built around it so that we keep ourselves small, so that we can start to grow and become more, and all in the light of love, right? And we're going to balance and heal your masculine Shiva energies, opportunities, and support. So more opportunities and more support is going to show up for you. And you can see you discover your personal relationship with money and how to transform it. We're going to dance with the masculine and feminine sides of money so you can balance your giving and receiving. Then month 8 and 9, this is love, marriage, and the divine effect. This is primary and secondary heart chakras. You do have 2 chakras. There is the primary and secondary. There's the green and then there's the pink. And so this is where we're gonna go in and balance the divine feminine as well. So all of the mother healing is gonna take place, you being comfortable being a woman on this planet, you know, receiving and giving and flowing. And this is also going to teach you how to keep your honeymoon phase in your relationships forever, regardless of where you're at right now. This is also the same stuff that I have taught women who have healed marriages, who have been in disarray for the last 10, 20 years, and turn them around to make them their soulmate relationships. We're going to do balance and healing your divine feminine, the Shakti, the receiving, and the sacred feminine power. We're going to strengthen your family and change their lives forever, because if you also have been in the group and you notice people posting about their families changing, their children changing, their friends changing, it's because when you change, everything changes. So then month 10 and 11, we go into creativity, future, fame, and reputation. So this is sacral chakra and root chakra. This is where the divine feminine and the divine masculine really come into balance. And also where your fame and reputation is healed. So and another thing too to remember is we're gonna be working on all of this because our lives are not really separate, they're all together. So by the time we get here, you are gonna be so flowing in your soul's purpose and ready to open up to the world if you're not already doing that in such a way that you're going to be receiving compensation, whether you're in a multi-level marketing and it's your product that you're representing, or whether you're in your own soul purpose-based business and you are receiving clients. It really doesn't matter. Even if you're a mom at home with your children, your husband will start to make more money, or more money will start to flow into you if you're not married from unknown places. It really is so amazing. You'll also be seen by others as an amazing contribution to their lives because you are. So knowing that you're the creator and seeing it all happen around you, and this is where it really takes you to the next level in these 2 months. And all the soul sister friends that you're going to make in this course, because we're all going to be in our own private Facebook group together. This is another thing too. If you've been in my Facebook group and you're enjoying all the lives that I'm doing, for the past months and everything that I'm teaching you and all the rituals, I'm still going to be popping in and out of there, but I'm not going to be able to be dedicating as much energy as I have been to it, because I have to be focused on this group and really taking those who really want to go to the next level to the next level. So it's not that I'm going to be leaving the other group. We're all still going to be very much active in there and even supporting you even more. I just do not want you to be one of those people that says, oh no, I missed it. I'm kicking myself in the ass for not doing it, because I guarantee you every single time I do something, I get a lot of messages like that. People post like that all the time. So do not allow yourself to be one of those people that takes the back seat because of your fears and doesn't do something that is going to help their future. So just remember that. Okay, and then 12 is travel and helpful people. So this is where all of our chakras are going to come into alignment. This is where we're going to have, I'm going to take you through a process to have every single chakra balanced and harmonized and in flow so that every area of your life can stay that way forever, not just for this, but this is forever. This is for your lineage. This is for your ancestry. This is for the world. This work transforms on every single level. Also, creating dream vacations and actually going on them and having them paid for is so beautiful and amazing. I am taking my father to Hawaii for his 60th birthday, something I never thought I was going to be able to do. I am literally doing it, and I'm taking my entire family. Like, it's just so amazing when you step into this. So I'm also going to teach you how to know and sustain your good and to keep it growing. There's a lot that goes into this course. It literally would probably take me a couple hours to explain it all, so I'm just kind of going over the overview. So the 12 months of powerful proven tools, trainings, and teachings that will ascend you to the next level of your life. You'll have lifetime access. You're also going to have a private Facebook group, weekly energy activations. We're going to do bi-weekly video masterclasses and activations, monthly divine effect reprogramming activation processes. And again, for those of you who know me, you know I am such a giver. So whenever I'm inspired to do something, we're going to jump in and do it. So we're going to do more processes than everything that's outlined here. And then the monthly laser coaching. So what that is I'm going to jump on a live, and I'll probably do this more than once a month, but I'm just saying once a month because of everything else we're doing. So once a month, I'm going to jump on a live and answer all of your questions personally and tap into your field and kind of do the energy work so that we can all move, because my intention is to help you move through all of the density that's keeping you in the darkness into the light faster so that we can all ascend together. So remember, we're going to be creating a sacred vortex of creation in here too. So we all help each other. If you were in the last course, you know that when someone is kind of like feeling weak or down, when you post, everybody just uplifts you. And it kind of, because we're all having like our deliberate intentional prayers for you, it uplifts you out of this too. So you're not going to be walking through this world alone ever again. Like, you're going to have the support. And you all are the most kind, loving, heart-centered women I have ever met in my life. I know that I say this a lot. It's true. And I love you, and I'm grateful for you every single fucking day. So thank you so much for being such amazing souls. Also, there's 6 special bonuses that I'm going to be doing. If you watched the Money Reiki webinar that we did the other day, or Lara, I'm going to have both of them in doing healing, doing teaching. Lara has a lot of rituals for everything that she is teaching about the sacred portals that we have in our bodies, and also the food and the seasons and everything that we talked about. So if you haven't watched that webinar, go on my YouTube channel. It's www.youtube.com/unleash your sexy now. I know it's funny that I created that a really long time ago and they wouldn't let me change it. So anyway, if you go on there, I have everything on there and you'll be able to see. So we're going to have group astrological readings with Shannon. She's my personal astrologer, which all of you should have your soul purpose birth chart read if that's what you want. She also does relationship charts, all this kind of thing. And so we're going to have her in the new moons and the full moons, and she's going to be helping us in there, and we're all going to ascend together. So that's going to be amazing. I'm going to have Janet in there. If all of you know, she is a Reiki Theta healer. She is phenomenal. She's going to come in and do work. We're going to have Katie in there, who's going to once a month come in and do group readings for people. We're going to have, like I said, Lara in there teaching everything that she is so phenomenal. And Chelsea, you all know Chelsea by now. She's going to come in there too. She's the founder of Beyond Your Body. She is so beautiful, especially with the kinetic chain. If you do not know what that is, you must know what that is in order to align your body and your soul and your spirit so that we can all flow. And then I'm going to do group Money Reiki healing sessions. I think I'm going to do that maybe once a month. So like I said, we're going to continue to be working on money throughout the entire time. Plus, I'm going to have other special guests and healers on here throughout the 12-month course. I want the Love Stone woman to come on and talk, because love stones, the Yoni love stones, are amazing. So there's so many other people that I have. The woman who does the blue glass water bottles, I'm going to have her in there so that she can talk to us and teach us how to program our food, because that really does work. It's actually an ancient ritual that you can do to program your food, because you can change the molecular structure of water. You can change the molecular structure of your food, and when you consume it, then it becomes that way in your cells, and then you are even flowing even more. Try doing it with your water, like before you take a drink of water, or even putting water in a water bottle and just saying love to that water and feeling love, and then setting it down. Go back later that night and take a drink from that water bottle. I swear to God, you will think love. Like, it really is so amazing and true. So there's two different options. The way that I'm going to do it is a generous payment plan. It's a 12-month payment invest in you option. So you're going to get 12 months of support, all the bonuses, the guided visualization reprogramming processes, the laser coaching, the master classes, the video, the workbook, connection to me. Every single day, I'm gonna sit down and do a blessing and an intentional command for all of us, the angelic realm, like everything that is going to be going through, it's literally going to be a true life of freedom. So this course actually is $29.97, $29,997 when you put it all together. But what I'm gonna do is 12 monthly payments of $497. And if you are on this webinar today, if you enter the code I am worth it in all capital letters, it'll give you $100 off for the first 3 months. So it's only $397, because by the 4th month you will be making more money. And then there's an upgrade option. I have very limited spots for this. It's actually almost full. I think I have like 3 spaces left. So this is gonna include 1 personal session, in-depth session with me per month. It's also going to include 6 mastermind laser coaching sessions where whoever is in this upgrade option is going to be with me and the other women, and we are all going to work together. So we're creating our own mastermind group. It's something I've always wanted to do. So I'm going to do 6 of them. So every other month we're going to meet and have a mastermind session. It's going to really help us even grow. Plus it's going to help you to really make more connections. So it'll increase your business, and we're just going to strategize on how to generate whatever it is that you desire to experience. And you're going to get a VIP gift box full of manifesting tools, journals, jade, essential oils, blessed manifesting candles, a few other amazing gifts, plus a sacred necklace, and a beautiful bag of personally charged crystals for each month for each chakra. So every month you're going to get a different bag of crystals that go with that month. So this is actually so phenomenal. So the price for this is $14.97 a month. It's also a $45,000 package. I'm not offering a coupon code on this one just because it's worth way more than that. And it is, my passion is to help you personally and privately. So I'm going to also have to dedicate that to you, which is why I only opened up a few spots for this. So here's some different, testimonials like Sari, Randina, you've changed my life in more ways than you will ever know. The manifesting tools you taught me brought me the money, the house, the man. There's something more that I experienced while working with you, though. That's a deep core love and profound power from within me. My life will never be the same. Thank you doesn't even begin to express what I am for you in your work. I'm forever blessed. These testimonials are it comes from everybody. Every single person that I work with has a testimonial like this. Every single one. Okay, so this just goes through some more of the, I just love this page. It's just so pretty. And so you can go through and read it if you want in a little bit. I will say that this pricing is the early bird registration, and the price will be going up the closer that we get to the date. So June 1st is when we're starting the bonus month, and there's also other bonuses in there. So right when you purchase, right when you invest in yourself, you'll be taken to your membership portal, and there are several bonuses in there for you. So go in there and check it out, and you'll see that it's to get you started before we start. So we start this program July 1st, and we start the bonus June 1st. So June 1st is when we're going to really set the foundation, and that is all going to be free. And I'm going to be doing lives in the Facebook group too. So even if you are right now uncertain if this is what you want to do, then you can just pop into the group. If you have any questions, you can go onto the powerwomancreatingherlife.com and click book a free discovery session, and then it will take you to the page to book your session. So if you need help manifesting money, or if you just need that encouragement, or if you want to know if this course is really for you, then this is where you're going to go to schedule your session to have a chat. You can go on to thepowerwomancreatingherlife.com and click on that if it's something that you think you might be ready to do. And I'm telling you, do not limit yourself and tell yourself that you don't have the money for it, because you do. You do have the money for it. You spend more than that on eating out every month. If you get to the end of the year and add up how much money you spent eating out, it was way more than the amount of personal investment you spent on yourself. It's time for that to change. Okay, and then this is also, again, going through all of this. And then this is Megan. She's a different one. She said, I made more money in the last 4 months of working with you than I did all of last year. See, I'm so glad I took the leap and made the decision to do your course. It was one of the best decisions of my life. So that is what you should know, that it will be the same for you, because it has been for every other woman that I have ever worked with. And I'm not kidding when I say every single one. So when you click on that, it'll take you to another page, this is like the checkout page. It's also where you can read a little bit more if you are wanting to know a little bit more about what we're going to be doing each month. And then see, it has all the different chakras that we're doing throughout. And then I have capped the amount of spaces open for even the main course, because I want to be able to dedicate. So if you are planning on getting on this, I would get on. Like I said, people were finding this page and signing up even before I announced it. So if you are going to do the $497, then you would just click on that and then enter your name and your information, and then making sure that you click that you agree to the terms, because I won't be able to send you emails if you do not. And then there's a coupon code right here. So if you enter all caps, I am worth it, then oh wait, there it goes. See, and then it'll take it to $397 a month. So everyone can afford that. I know you can. I believe in you. I know that you can afford that. And yep, there's that. So that's the course. So let's see. Malia, yay. I know, I'm so excited. Maybe I should schedule one of those discovery sessions. Megan, you already know, woman. You already made a decision. I love you. You're just like, I'm going to fucking do it. I'm going to find it. God shows you the way and then you do it. It's amazing. Oh, you're welcome, Sheila. She said, Randy, and I have tears in my eyes right now, just feeling so blessed that you've come into my life. I needed this so much. I know. I love you. I love all of you. I'm so excited because this is what everybody's been calling for. This is why I was like guided to stop, not do the Sacred Money course and turn and to do this one. I mean, I had chills everywhere. Like, I literally created this in a matter of 2 months. I was just put all of this together. Everything came together. Everything unfolded beautifully. My designer, my programmer, having my editor come in and edit my copy, like, they were all open, and these women are usually booked out for months. So I knew that it was divinely guided and orchestrated for us to be able to flow in here. Okay. Ideally said, what is the coupon code again? Okay, she got it. But for those of you who didn't, it says, I am worth it in all capital letters, because you are worth it. So even if, whatever it is, join the group, whether you're going to do it or not. If you're not in the group, join the group, because that's where the magic happens. I mean, literally, it really does happen in the group. Okay, so now that we have all of that, let's go into clearing our limiting belief process. So everyone, just take a deep breath, maybe get a drink of water, and then we're gonna wrap up here in the next 10 minutes. So thank you all for staying on here. Okay, so see this Sri Yantra? This is also one of the sacred symbols that I'm gonna be teaching you how to use. And these water bottles are phenomenal, but this symbol, when I started using this symbol, this is when my income went from like, $15,000, $20,000 to $30,000, $40,000 a month, right? And it's going up. So this symbol and the chant that goes with it, like, I'm going to teach you all of that. I'm going to teach you everything I know. It's so phenomenal, and I'm so happy, and I'm just blessed that we're all here together. Okay, so let's go into it. So you have your number one limitation, right? So now everyone just close their eyes and tune into your heart. Remember, setting your ego and your critical mind to the side. I call forth Archangel Metatron to be with you all now, just to dissolve all energetic hooks, cords, and attachments to this limitation. So just ask your subconscious mind to pull up the limitation, and just whatever image you get, whatever feeling you get, there's no wrong way to do it. And we're going to call Archangel Michael and cut all hooks, cords, and attachments to this. So we'll just surround you with the white light of divine love. And if you agree, then say yes. This limitation has brought you to where you are. You have needed it up to this point. And you no longer need it, because you are choosing to remember your light. And you are choosing to live your life in a new way. So I ask the angelic realm to flow in and dissolve this throughout all space and time, throughout all of your timeline, past, present, and future. And if you agree, then say yes. And feel the green light coming down from the top of your head into your third eye, down through your face, and into your throat, and into your heart, and into your solar, and into your sacral, and into your root, and down through your legs, and from the base of your spine, and all the way down through the bottom of your feet, sending this energy, your energy, also into the earth, down into the center of Mother Earth, and expanding out. And the white light of divine love flows down through the crown, to the third eye, down through your face and your throat, and your heart, and your solar, your sacral, your root, and expanding throughout your body. In your solar plexus energy, expanding throughout your body, you are a powerful creator. And just imagine yourself taking a pair of scissors and cutting the last cord to this limitation and sending it back with light and love. And now sending your energy, the energy of the divine, down through your legs, your lower legs, your feet, and into the center of the earth, and from the base of your spine down into the center of the earth. And then feel Mother Earth's energy coming back up through you, through your feet, your legs, your knees, your upper legs, your root, your sacral, your solar, your heart, your throat, and up through your face and your brain, and expanding throughout your body and throughout your field, and dissolving this limitation throughout all time and space in the material. And if you give permission, then say yes. Across all times, dimensions, spaces, and realities, it is done. And we'll flow this energy through your timeline about your past, present, and future. So all the memories that are tied to this limitation, just allow them to come up and be dissolved. And Archangel Metatron, he summons you to go in the field of energy and dissolve them. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go, 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 go. And then see the purple light just dissolving all of it, and the blue light of Sirius from within you expanding throughout, and it is gone. And if you give permission, then say yes. We command your subconscious mind to dissolve all programs, all brain patterns, all neuronal highways, neuronal associations to this now. If you agree, then say yes. And do you give yourself permission to surrender this limitation once and for all? Across all times, dimensions, spaces, and realities, it's done. So just repeat, I am done. I send it back, it's gone. And now think of what it is that you would love to have in its place. It can be whatever you wrote underneath, or maybe it's even transcended to something new. How would you like to feel? Maybe it's free, maybe it's abundant, maybe it's flowing, maybe it's remembering, maybe it's seeing the light of spirit flow through your life, transcending all the dark spaces. And now see this thing in front of you, this new experience that you would rather have. Just feel it, whatever that is, whatever it feels like, whatever it looks like. And we're going to ask it to just merge with you. And if you agree, then yes. And we ask this experience to just flow into the center of your being and expand throughout your body and your energy field and your timeline. And think of where you're already experiencing this. And do you give yourself permission to experience it even more on an even deeper level? And do you give yourself permission to have this be your dominant experience in your life? And do you give yourself permission to see this in your reality now? And know that this is evidence of your transformation. And do you give yourself permission to make those choices and decisions that your heart guides you to take and make to better your life and the lives of others? And do you also give yourself permission that when you get a yes, you follow it no matter what? So just say a little vow to yourself. I vow to do what my heart guides me to. I listen to the voice of my soul. I surrender the earthbound human illusion, and I tune into the knowing of source, of spirit, of divine love. And if you agree, then say yes. Across all times, dimensions, spaces, and realities, it is done. When we ask, allow, and receive the angelic realm of emotion to flow through you to make this permanent, Archangel Metatron to flow through you to make this permanent, and if you agree, then say yes. Across all times, dimensions, spaces, and realities, it is done. Okay, so tune into your heart space again. And let's just give gratitude and love for all of our ancestors, for all of our guides, for all of the angelic realm, for being here with us, for flowing through us, for blessing us with divinity, for reminding us of who we are, for us being here together in this sacred space of love, of light, and of blessings. And now look in your reality. You may even notice that things are brighter. Maybe it's a different color. Maybe a veil has been lifted. And allow yourself to fully express who you truly are and what you came here to do. And know that it does get easier. It gets easier and easier. And you can do this within a matter of minutes. So, Amanda, I want that gorgeous bottle. I know, it's amazing, right? I think I have the link. I'll post that for you. Okay, so let's see. Everybody just tune in again to your heart. And if you really know that this is something for you, then you need to do it. Like, you have to do it. You have to defy all odds. You have to say yes to yourself so that you can say yes to your future. And this is not just another course. This is not just something that I'm selling you. This is a service. This is a service to a higher good. I mean, of course, I would love for a lot of people to join, and whoever is meant to will. So I trust that you all will listen to the call of your heart, because I know that even when I had no money and I listened with my heart and then made a decision, that the money showed up. So I ask the angelic realm on your behalf to flow you a financial windfall, to flow you the resources, to help you to say yes to yourself, so that you can see that once you make a decision and say yes to yourself, that life unfolds for you beautifully. I bless that you have the courage and the strength to do this for yourself. And I love you all. You all know that I love you. I love you all so much as I love my heart. So thank you again for being here. And then I'll do a Q&A, because we're right at 2 hours. So I'll do a Q&A in the group tomorrow. So if you are not in the group, it's The Power of a Woman. Look it up, join the group. It is life transformative and everything is amazing. So thank you, Serena. You're welcome, Allison. You're welcome, everyone. I love you all, and I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your Thursday. The world is waiting for you to open up to yourself. Bye.